Welcome back. Let's get out to Apple's Worldwide Developers Conference. Been moving the stock this hour. Steve Kovach has the latest. And Steve, what have we learned?
Yeah, Kelly, and we saw the stock go down literally at 1 p.m. Eastern when this event started, almost as if they're selling the news. Let me give you some of the highlights that we've heard so far. The first one, nothing to do with AI, but this is a revamp of the design of Apple's different OSs for their various platforms. They're calling it liquid glass. It has this kind of virtual glass look, and it has like a bubbly textures to it. It's kind of a big revamp of the look and feel of your Apple devices. If you've used the Vision Pro, you're kind of used to that look and feel. You're looking at it right now. There's liquid glass. And then let's get into some of the AI stuff. Very minor features here, Kelly. No big promises, at least not yet, like we saw out of Apple Intelligence last year. The first one, live translation. That means if you're texting someone in iMessage, for example, they speak a different language, it'll automatically translate that into the language that you prefer. It also works on FaceTime and for phone calls. It's only for text, though. At least that's the demo they gave. So if someone's talking to you with their voice, it'll give you a text subtitle in the translation of your choosing. And then also on the AI front, we have Workout Buddy. This is kind of a virtual assistant of sorts that works on the Apple Watch when you're doing a workout. Gives you little notes of encouragement and tells you your stats, like how far you've run, what your heart rate is, things like that. And that is also based, they said, on the voices of some of those Apple fitness instructors. That's kind of like their version of Peloton that they have. And then finally, for developers, as we expected here, Kelly, they're announcing that they will be able to tap into Apple's AI models on device that can run offline. That is kind of a new thing that we haven't seen from too many competitors, meaning you don't have to be connected to the internet to use artificial intelligence, large language models from Apple, like you might do if you develop on another platform like Meta's Llama or OpenAI's ChatGPT. So those are the big highlights right now. It's still going on, and expecting this to last another hour or so. But you do see right now, Kelly, shares down about 1%. I saw them down nearly 2% a bit ago, based on what they've been revealing so far, Kelly.
All right, let's get some thoughts from our panel on it. Steve, thanks. We have Rosenblatt Securities' Barton, Crockett, and Deepwater Asset Management's Gene Munster. Gene, I've seen some of your tweets. You said they sold off at 1 because people saw the agenda and realized there wasn't anything that, exciting on it on the AI front.
Kelly, there's always that hope that they're going to surprise, but as you mentioned, they gave the agenda. We're going to hear about that starting in the next hour or so. Steve did a good job of kind of framing in about kind of working more closely with some of their own models. And I think what really this speaks to, the truth being a couple layers below the surface, is over the weekend, Apple came out with a rare white paper related to AI, and the title was The Illusion of Thinking. And it basically spoke to how reasoning models today are not reasoning at all. And the reason why that is important relative to what we're going to hear in the back half is that I think what Apple was doing over the weekend was basically starting to set the narrative that there still is a long way to go for models to be intelligent. I believe Apple strongly believes in the potential around Apple intelligence, but I think they are reminding us that this still has a long way to go. That's why they put that white paper out. And one reassuring piece, well, this is confirming to some today that Apple's well behind in AI. There is a reassuring piece, is that Apple users love their products. They're not going to go away because Samsung or Android has some great AI feature. That love of those products, I think, is going to give investors some time and the companies some time to really get through what's probably going to be a pretty, we'll see how the back half of it goes, but a pretty as expected WWDC.
Yeah.